Can allergies in dogs lead to other health complications?
Yes, as I said, uh, if you have allergies, it shows that there is an underlying dysfunction in the immune system. So that immune system isn't working correctly. And when you don't have an immune system that works correctly, you can certainly have other problems that will develop. Autoimmune diseases, where the immune system is attacking the body's own cells in one form or another, or a cancer, where the immune system isn't recognizing abnormal cells in the body, cancerous cells, and is letting them continue to grow and develop into masses. Those types of conditions are very severe in most cases and can be life threatening, and they are certainly progressions of allergies. I always say if you want to see something like a cancer or autoimmune disease develop, take a severe allergy patient and over vaccinate them, and then wait 6 months to a year, and there's probably something that's developing further with that immune system. So certainly, those are major consequences that can develop, and it's a progression of the dysfunction that's already present in the body. Every time we do something to cause an injury to that immune system, it's going to become a little more dysfunctional.
Do I need to see a veterinarian if my dog has allergies?
Yes, if you suspect that your dog has allergies, I would certainly seek the care of a veterinarian. At the very least, on the conventional side, they can do some allergy testing, find out what they're allergic to, do some avoidance trials on food or environmental, if we can try to limit exposure to some of the things that they're allergic to. But then there's going to be some conventional medicines that will suppress the clinical symptoms. You're not really going to address the underlying reason the allergies exist in the first place, but there are some good options on the conventional side to suppress symptoms at least. Unfortunately, I don't think that goes far enough. In my practice, I'm trying to correct that underlying reason that the allergies exist in the first place, and that is immune system dysfunction. If we can get that immune system working again, we can hopefully avoid any greater consequence down the road, like autoimmune disease or even cancer, that can come with a dysfunctional immune system that continues to progress.
What treatment options are there for dog allergy relief?
So, on the conventional side, like I mentioned, there are a number of different treatment options. Some of them are medicines, some of them are immunotherapeutics. They're all going to work in one form or fashion to suppress the clinical symptoms themselves. Unfortunately, none of them will correct the underlying reason that immune system is dysfunctional. From my natural perspective in my practice, I try to correct that by identifying what those dysfunctions are that led to the immune system not working correctly. Is it the microbiome isn't correct in the body? Is vitamin D levels and magnesium levels not appropriate in the body? Is there a lot of gut inflammation that needs to be corrected? Is the liver full of toxins and needs to be detoxed and drained? So there's a lot of things. That's just a starting point on immune system. There's many other things that I identify through biofeedback and input the appropriate frequencies, get the body well detoxed, improve nutrition. In most cases, I find that my dog patients are not eating a species appropriate diet, and that plays a huge part. Proper nutrients, proper microbiome with a living diet, and so on is going to make a world of difference in how that immune system functions in the body. So that's the approach I take with my patients. If we need to suppress symptoms along the way because the clinical signs and symptoms are pretty severe, the dog isn't resting well, lots of itchiness, tearing up their skin, and so on, sure, we can use some conventionals to suppress that, but I don't rely on those for my patients. That's conventional practice, and that's not how I practice in integrative veterinary services.
Are there any home remedies for dog allergies that are safe to use?
For the most part, I don't advise using home remedies because you may be wasting a lot of time and potentially dollars in trying to treat something that you may not be on the correct path to try to fix. The suppression is going to best be achieved by the different treatments that conventional medicine has, fixing the underlying reason the immune system is not functioning well. We got to figure out why first. So there's diagnostics that we need to do to figure out what needs to be corrected, rather than simply using something because I read it on the internet, or this worked for my friend's dog, or whatever the case is. I like to try to be as targeted as I can with what that pet's body needs right now today to try to fix itself and improve overall immune system function.
Are seasonal allergies in dogs common?
Yes, seasonal allergies are very common in dogs. We see typically two seasons, spring of the year, and that's when a lot of humans show allergies as well. We'll have big flare-ups in some individuals that have a seasonal component to their allergies. Some patients will go year-round. It doesn't matter. They're reacting to things not only during specific seasons, but they're getting exposed to things that they're reacting inappropriately to year-round. But the other big season is the fall of the year. Usually starts somewhere around August as pollens start to fall out of the plants and the trees and such, as season is starting to change and transition into that fall environment. And we'll usually see that die down after the first several hard freezes that we see. But those are the two big ones, spring and fall. And yes, they'll have them just like a human will.
How frequently do I need to do a dog allergy treatment for my pet?
So depending upon what you're treating your dog with will determine how often you need to give a treatment. Some treatments on the conventional side are daily medications. And in some cases, early on, it might be twice a day. Some of the medications, though, they'll be daily administration, and some individuals are controlled very well with that daily administration. Other treatments might be a monthly injection or every couple of months injection. Hyperimmunization can be done in pets the same as in humans. So there are different approaches on the conventional side. But again, I caution that that is not changing the underlying reason that the pet has the allergies in the first place. From my natural perspective, I try to fix that immune system. And the immune system is slow to change and it has a memory. So it can take a while for the body to rehab that. The body walks 10 miles into the woods, it has to walk 10 miles back out. So, in other words, it took a while to get to that condition. And with the right inputs, the body's got to have time to fix things and get back to a better place. Very severe allergies can take well over a year to where they're not showing the kinds of responses that they were before we started treatment to different allergens that they're allergic to. But generally, we're talking about maybe a 3 to 4 month intense treatment period up front where we get all the changes made, identify all the deficiencies or things that need to be changed in the body, and then provide those inputs over that intense treatment period so that the body can make changes as quickly as possible. We may or may not suppress symptoms with conventional input at that point, but we can at least get things underway, even if they're able to deal with the symptoms that they're having without conventional input. But once we get through that intense phase, then we're usually spreading things out and maintaining a response in that body towards healing and improving that immune system function. And like I said, the severe ones, we get out over a year and a half or so, and those dogs just don't respond to the allergens the way they did in the past. Now, they may still have a mild flare in their season if they have a seasonal component to their allergies, but usually easily managed by the pet, and especially if we maintain them and keep all of those parameters that we have just fixed in them at appropriate levels to help support that immune system function. Okay, if you have any questions about anything we've discussed today, I hope I was able to answer some of those for you and give you some better understanding of allergies, what is causing them and how we approach it from a natural perspective. If you'd like to have your dog evaluated and see if there's something that we can do for your dog and from a natural approach and try to avoid some of the conventional inputs that are out there, then give us a call here at the contact information below. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.